Mayor, Jim Bolt, says a bed tax is our one and only chance to change the way we finance our district.
The only thing that is not used by locals is commercial accommodation.
Now this referendum is coming up soon and they're putting it out there to gauge whether the community supports this bed tax or not.
Government have said if we get a referendum supportive in our district, they will pass the legislation and we will not get a portion of the GST returned.
So we're going to hit the streets, ask locals what they think, and when they give their answer, you're supposed to hang around the corner, Jim. They've got a wee surprise that they might encounter. Bed tax. Bed tax?
What's the Bedtax?
So is that a tax on tourists that come into town?
Charging more money for more rooms?
The best way to try and control visitor spending, or to try and get visitors to contribute to infrastructure in Queenstown.
Yep. One thing to say to the Mayor, what would it be?
I don't know, it's gone.
We're trying to find a way for ratepayers to pay less money for the upkeep of our infrastructure, so we want to put a small charge in for commercial accommodation.
Take the funds from the incoming people who use our facilities. Why should the ratepayers have to pay for it all?
We are in a user pay situation, and I think that's exactly where we are with the bed tax.
You reckon tax adventure more than hotel rooms?
Oh, I wouldn't.
It depends, no,
like,
it depends on the person.
But they're staying here.
We're taxing the people that are already spending money in our businesses.
I mean, if it's a realistic figure, I think it's probably a good thing.
Mm-hmm. So what would that figure be, Jim?
It's probably going to average out at something like $5 or $10 per person per night.
Yeah. And, well, I would say that's very realistic. Yeah.
How we're going to gather it, how we're going to apply it in our area.
So we've applied only to commercial accommodation. We're not actually asking the accommodation people to pay it. We're simply asking them to collect a small amount on top of what is being charged for a room. If $5 or $10 is going to stop you coming here, perhaps we don't want that particular visitor.
So we're robbing Peter to pay for Paul, when Paul hasn't even bothered getting his checkbook out. He gets his checkbook out to pay the
rental vans. I think we can probably get a way to get them because they're all on GPS, so we know they're in our district. And next step is to figure out how we collect that out of the rental companies. The folk in a second-hand Subaru camped under a tree somewhere are going to be harder. The alternatives in this to fix our infrastructure problems are either a massive increase in rates, not spending money on infrastructure and the place falls to bits, or a small bed tax that can be passed on to the end user and doesn't cause pain locally.